How long does it take to travel across 29 states and 7 union territories in India? Days, months, a lifetime? Or if you're a foodie, you can do it in mere moments. United Kitchens of India is almost like an iTunes top 10 best dishes, taking your taste buds from border to border. Melting pot is a vast term thrown around only when referred to diversity of nations. United Kitchens of India sets the bar high in every aspect, from its brilliant chef to a never-ending tour of India, which they like to call a menu. Go with our food adventure guide, whose stomach has no bottom and whose safe word is more. Krishna Monala to explore UKI's best.
The place with the best each region has to offer in one whirlwind of a menu, featuring Indo-Chinese, Andhra, Punjabi, Telangana, Bengali, Rajasthani, Kerala, and many more. Perfectly cooked grilled mutton.
United Kitchens of India never ceases to amaze me. With its 400 plus dishes on its menu, this is another gem that I found here today. The Thundery marinated lamb chops. A continental cut meat lamb chops, which are cooked in traditional Indian spices and a yogurt marinade to give it the tandoori smoky flavor. Adding to the diversity of the dish and the fusion of the dish is a spicy mayo going along with these delicious lamb chops. Let's have a bite. I like to get some of these bones out of the way. Right away, I can taste the smoky flavor in the meat, and something that really stands out is the marinated tandoori flavors, like the yogurt and the Indian spices that I've never really tasted on lamb chops before. I've either had Lebanese lamb chops or maybe a more continental twist on the dish, but never have I had tandoori lamb chops, and I'll definitely be coming back for more.
An Indian interpretation of corn on the cob that ups the spice factor.
Bhutiani kebab, which translates literally to corn kebab in Punjabi, is a grinded up corn dish which is marinated in onions and green chilies before being stuffed with yogurt and coated in crunchy semia to give it its crunchy shell to contrast the chewiness and deliciousness of the inside.
All right, here we go, guys. Fun part of my job.
As you can see, it's nice and filled up with the ground corn and marinated very well with the chilies. I think my favorite part of the dish is the whole grinded up corn that's cooked part, because as a South Indian, we don't do much with corn except eat it at movie theaters when it's boiled. So, I think I took too big a bite, but it's okay, because it's really good.
I can't wait to go for this skewered chicken cooked on coals with overwhelming flavors.
Murgangar, which originates in the north, is a pan-seared chicken that comes marinated in ginger garlic paste and almonds, which gives it almost its smoky roasted flavor. Not to mention the Kashmiri red chilies, which really add to the overall taste and spicy kick that it gives you, along with the consistency and taste. Here we are with our murgangar served in the traditional mini tandoor along with the pudina chutney. This looks nothing less of amazing. Here we go. I almost want to just, eat it like a cartoon. take a small piece here. Really amazing. Nothing outshines the other ingredient. Everything is perfectly balanced. The chicken's perfectly cooked. Taste the smokiness in my mouth from the mini tandoor. It's being cooked all the way here, and it's still being cooked while I'm eating it. I love it.
This crunchy Punjabi potato cake is savory and delicious.
Piti wali tikki, which is a Rajasthani appetizer, also known as a potato patty or a potato cutlet or aloo cutlet where I'm from, is a mix of chana dal, lentils, and potato or aloo made into a cake-like patty, flattened, and then cooked in a pan till the outer layer is a perfect layer of golden brown. And this also comes with something very special which I've never had before, which is a curry mayo, which I think is a chef special at UKI. This nice yellow mayonnaise spiced with, I believe, curry and a bit of some onion salad. Let's try it out, guys. And it's also been spliced with white lentils or chana dal, as it's known in India. This is a much, I would say, more sophisticated version of that with a lot more textures in it. The shell isn't as crunchy as I prefer it because I like to eat the corners first, but I guess it's more of a patty taste to it. I really enjoyed it.
Let's try some of this pulpy, tangy mutton appetizer.
Talawa gosht, which is a traditional Hyderabadi dish, has signature Hyderabadi flavors and is now considered one of Hyderabad's favorite street foods. Welded onto the slow-cooked lamb is a nice mix of garlic paste, chili powder, coriander, and curry leaves, and it just stays in there, and it's usually cooked in a pressure cooker, I believe, but in this case I think it was pan-cooked. Less curry leaves, more coriander leaves in this version. I'm more used to a dry, kind of crunchier version. Let's try this out, see how it is. I almost cursed, put some food in my mouth. The first thing, the star in this dish to me is the mutton. It is cooked to perfection. Usually a bit under, a little chewy, or maybe a bit too buttery in your mouth. But this along with the flavors of the ginger garlic paste makes it almost like the street food, but it's a little bit better. Not as crunchy, but at the same time, it'll fill you up faster.
Let's taste this delicious cottage cheese appetizer.
Tapa Paneer, which literally translates to pan cottage cheese. It's a staple all over the north. This dish is traditionally prepared, so it has a nice crispy, charred, golden brown shell. I'm guessing it's gonna be really juicy, and I'm gonna get that flavor in every bite. Let's try it out. The freshness of the paneer complements the crunchy shell, while at the same time it doesn't make the Indian flavors or the marinade or the spices in there really bland. It's a perfect envelope or a perfect eclair, almost a vegetarian eclair of appetizing goodness, and you can really taste the smoky flavors of the marinade in this. It's really good.
Let's try this delicious coastal prawn delicacy.
Kotmir, which translates to coriander prawns or cilantro prawns, is a traditionally Andhran curry mix. Our chef has used this creativity to create a fusion between using the shrimp, which is something completely different and new, and taking the traditional curry mix and adding it to the seafood, which makes for something really unique, which I've never had before. I love shrimp, so I'm gonna have it without the naan first, just so I can get an idea of all the flavors. It almost is like someone took a veg recipe and remixed it, but it really works because there's not a lot of chili and spices. It's a bit more bland, but that kind of balances out the shrimp and the taste of the coriander. So it's really good. I'm gonna try with the naan as well. I don't like it as much with the naan just because the shrimp is kind of really juicy and the textures of the naan and the shrimp don't really mix, but the shrimp by itself is really amazing.
Let's try this slow-cooked lamb shoulder combined with delicious biryani. We're here with the head chef of United Kitchens of India, the man of the hour, the man I might kidnap here in a little bit. So chef, can you tell us a little bit about your chef special here, the Ran Biryani?
The basic preparation of this is with a lamb leg, the whole lamb leg what we use for the biryani. It's a bit of fusion model of a regular Hyderabadi biryani.
Right.
We cook the meat first. In Hyderabadi, what we do is we cook it with rice.
Right.
So that will take at least half an hour or 45 minutes to cook the meat and rice. It will take hardly 15 to 20 minutes. Once the ran is ready, the biryani is ready.
Alright, here we go.
Everything about it is traditional, but it's done in a way that I've never had it before. Even though it tastes like other biryani I've had, there's something special about it. Maybe the cashews, maybe the like the ran, the mutton leg, but there's just something about it that kind of sticks out in my mind, which will definitely keep me coming back for more.
This tangy, soupy dish is sure to leave you wanting more.
Nellore Chapala Pulsu, which is the poster dish for Andhran cuisine, comes with a surprising and tangy punch at the end of it. Traditionally served with white rice, this is actually a river fish that is dipped in a fiery gravy that'll make you sweat like you're Sub-Zero at Scorpion's house. Let's try it out. Now, with this dish being a traditional Andhran dish, I think it's only fair, only right that we do it the way it's supposed to be done. Now, even if you serve this at a 5-star hotel, I might be one of the few people that's gonna eat this with their hand, but it just feels right at the end of the day. Let's try this out. It's a bit more on the spicy side. While I can still taste the tamarind, my mouth and my whole body has been overtaken by taste and spiciness, and I like it. So, 50 Shades of Red.
Let's dig into this hearty and delicious vegetarian appetizer.
Sabz Bahar, which is a Hyderabadi specialty, is literally a galaxy of vegetables. It's a mixture of bell peppers, carrots, green peas, a bit of American corn, cooked together with fenugreek seeds, a bit of cilantro, pudina. I think this dish is probably one of the healthiest, heartiest dishes that they have here. I can't wait to try it. Let's try it out. We're gonna have it with lacha paratha. Usually the only time I see this many vegetables on my plate, I'm just trying to like spread them all over the plate, looking for the meat, but I heard this is a treat. Let's try it out. Get a little bit of everything. The vegetables are all perfectly cooked and crunchy. This is a really colorful and hearty dish. Something that I really didn't expect, and something that's this good usually isn't good for you, or at least it isn't vegetarian, so it's amazing.
Let's dig into this Andhran mutton main course that is sure to please.
Puntikura mamsam or Gongura mamsam, depending on which part of South India or Andhra Pradesh or Telangana state that you're from, is actually a traditional mutton dish, which before the mutton or the meat is ever even added to the dish, it's cooked into this soupy concoction with green chilies, onions, garlic cloves, and a bit of sour green leaves, which is actually what puntikura or gongura means. There's no word for it in English because these leaves are native to the southern part of India. You can find them in Kerala, in Chennai, just the southern part of India. This is actually a staple at my house. I personally like tomato mutton or tomato goat or whatever, but this is definitely one of my favorites. As a kid, the green kind of used to throw me off, but I really enjoy the tangy taste with like the chalky texture of all the different the spices that mix with the sour green leaves. It really brings out the meat, makes it something really different. Try it out. This is definitely puntikura mamsam, gongura mamsam. You will not get this anywhere else in the world because you don't get the ingredients anywhere else in the world. So this taste is very unique, very special, and brings back a lot of memories. It's really, really good.
Let's try this chip curry that was once crunchy and now is great with Indian bread. Kanda or papad ki sabji, which translates to onions and Indian chips, I guess, which is a very common thing for me being South Indian. At my house, we almost have this Indian papad or Indian chips with every meal, but I've never seen it prepared in this form, which is a curry form, and it's cooked with fenugreek seeds and onions, I believe, and tomatoes to give it a nice soupy curry-like taste, and it's served with this misiki roti, which I believe is a Punjabi delicacy as well. So looking forward to trying this out. Misiki roti, which is a Punjabi type of bread or roti made from besan, which I believe is gram flour. Goes really well with the papad ki sabji, giving it a powdery texture unlike other naans or rotis. But for this dish, because it's so kind of chewy and it has the onions in it, the powdery taste in the bread really kind of adds to it and completes it, I believe. This Bengali goat meat curry is really something special. Siraji Mangsho, which is a Bengali delicacy. Bengalis are known to be huge foodies, so this succulent mutton dish comes as no surprise. Marinated in golden brown onions and tomatoes and spliced all around with cashews and a bit of egg, this dish is sure to change your life, or at least the meal you're having. And unlike me, I hope that you knew that Siraji Mangsho is not the name of Bruce Lee's pet dragon. Here we go. The main difference between kachori and puri is that in the dough, when they're making a kachori, they like to mix in green beans and cumin seeds to make it a little heavier and to add a little bit more nutrition to the meal, as opposed to normal puri, which is just dough that's deep fried. So here we go. The thing that stands out to me the most, besides the meat being cooked perfectly, is the flavor of the almost Hyderabadi golden fried onions, which is really, I would say, the star of all the ingredients in this dish, or it's to me what's making it more delicious than other mutton curries. And at the same time, the spices don't overwhelm you. It's really, really well done. This savory cake is a double-decker of delight with chocolate and red velvet in one smooth bite. This heavenly monstrosity is called the chocolate and red velvet cake. Now, combining two of my favorite flavors into one delicious slice of ab-killing goodness, to me, is almost Nobel Prize worthy. I'm gonna eat this now. Nice middle layer of icing. The bottom layer, as you can see, the red velvet right there, and the chocolate on top. I never thought I'd see this day, but here it is. I can die now. This is amazing. Like this might be, like, you know, when like they put you on the electric chair, like I might come back and eat this. This dessert kind of
was the perfect ending to any meal, but especially to mine.
The chocolate and blueberry dome is enough to make you want to rip your sweet tooth out.
Chocolate blueberry dome. This half sphere of chocolate cake with a blueberry compote inside it. Blueberry compote, which consists of diced up blueberries in sugar syrup, which is the center, the gooey center of this amazing dessert. And it has a shielded shell of chocolate mousse over it, maybe to try to stop me, maybe. It's not gonna help. Here we go, let's try it out. You can see the blueberry compote on the inside. I feel like Richard Gere in Pretty Woman. I shouldn't, but I did, and I love it.
This is truly a melting pot for cuisine. UKI, a must-visit for a crash course on different dishes you love but haven't even heard of yet. The fusion of all cuisines in one kitchen, almost like a happy multicultural apartment building. United Kitchens of India leaves you excited for your next visit. Stick with us and subscribe to Hungree. And don't forget to visit us at hungree.in, where we make food an adventure.